old dew on it. Fire up this little bad Larry. Morning everybody, welcome. So today got to do some switching around before we can take off. Job we did a while back, Andy is supposed to pick up the remainder of the logs and he couldn't quite pick them all up, so I'm gonna meet him over there today after work and he's gonna load, I don't think it's more than a dump trailer load, no way, the remainder of the logs into this thing. So it's behind all this stuff, so I gotta move it out of here, get rid of this, make sure nothing's in there. When I say Andy's gonna load it, Andy runs a self-loading logging truck, so he'll ease in there forward and I'll back up to the back of his truck and hopefully I think his boom will reach all that. That's the plan. We've done it before on the park on the side of him, but it's a one-lane driveway. Boom, what the heck? Trying to move that tarp. So I'll fire up the blue thing. If you guys are new to the channel, that's this thing's nickname. It's a multi-track articulating wheel loader. It is about as handy as anything ever. So I'm just gonna pull the trailer out and park it out here with that, but need to switch it over to the forks to move the CMAF out of the middle of the driveway. And then need to free this truck up because I'm gonna be towing with this one today. So I got the enclosed trailer on it right now. Gotta find my block. Anyway, let's get all this stuff moving around.
Making a funny noise. You can drive now. Oh, it's turning it on and off. Go ahead and drive. It's hitting the ground already. You want to try to go through the gate? about another 10 to 15 feet. Go straight. That'll work for it. Too hard. There you go, now cut her.
That worked out good. We got enough room on both sides. I didn't think about just driving off the road for him so I can have room. If you guys think a tractor's expensive, try buying one of them trucks right there. That's Andy. He's the other partner in crime to this outfit. Log truck. That's his second, or no, that's his third self-loader. Still got the first one, but had to retire it because California EPA regulations. That truck, as it sits right there, weighs 40,000 pounds. Empty. You guys are from different part of the country, don't have these, or curious about how the log dolly works. We don't run solid trailers because he can back into a really narrow spot, load up, put the trailer in the position he wants rather than have to dolly a trailer around all the time. And then he can stretch that thing out and he can haul 35-foot logs on it. But can't haul shorts. Shortest he can put on there is 18 feet. Put them big hosses in there. I got straps. I didn't think there was that much room up here. So
yeah, I came up here and looked at it, and then I was just thinking, well, shoot, I was going to get over there, but I was thinking, I can reach those. I can get over here if I look at it.
Yeah, that would have taken a week to grind it up with that skid steer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took the biggest size, even though they have metal one. I'm just
Yeah.
I took some of that over to Mark Weldon.
I'll take this stuff to your yard.
I just kind of cut it at 16-inch increments.
Yeah. Because we got no room for it at the house.
Well, that's fine.
And then V-Belt wanted you to come down the house. We'll talk about the Scott's Flat crap. What the plan is for that.
Okay, well, I'll come by and I'll pick you guys up. And I gotta just show you 3 jobs. Of course, one of the customers didn't mark the 3, so.
Oh, Scott's Flat? Check it out, the boom folds all the way in, tucks in there, and then goes right on the headache rack. Where your standard log dolly would rest, boom, fits right in there. Bad. Squeeze the grapple to the little cable. Outrigger's up and away. Looks like he got some new meats on the back of that thing. Sweet truck. Let's strap this thing down. Alrighty guys, it is 90 degrees already out there. Dump trailer's loaded up with a little mini cleanup load. Doesn't happen too often, but here in California, without, you know, exception of permits and stuff, your standard 18-wheeler is restricted to 80,000 pounds gross. So once he hits 80,000 pounds, whatever's on the ground is left there. He might be able to come pick it up later if it's long enough, but in this case, they're all shorts. He can't do nothing about it, so I'll zip over here with the dump trailer, scoop it up, and I'm gonna haul it back to his yard. And I'll tell you, these little chunks like this, there's money to be made picking these things up right now. Power company's taking down a lot of trees. They're throwing gobs of money at taking down and clearing passages for the lines and make sure, you know, the fire danger on their end is less. But I might make a video on it, but it's kind of, you throw a lot of money at stuff and it gets spent inefficiently. Somebody's tailgating me. Let's give him some smoke. There you go. Freaking cock. Look at him scooting. All her windows were down too. Enjoy it. But when you're just throwing money at stuff and people are just jumping at it, you got a bunch of people that I wouldn't quote unquote call professionals, and they're just kind of out there doing whatever. And you get ended up with a bunch of stuff that isn't really processed and merchantable stuff. So there's a lot of trucks going around and picking up exact same kind of stuff like I'm hauling right now. And even at like Andy's yard, you'll see in a minute, it is just full of junk like this. And my fan is squeaking. It's brand new, figure that out. So there's money to be made picking these things up, and some places are actually paying for it when it gets dropped off there. So he was talking, because we just sold the 518 grapple skidder, trying to relocate that money into something that's going to actually make us some money, rather than a skidder that just sits for 3 years at a time, it seems like. So he was talking about getting an end dump, just parking it, and then hiring a truck, you know, a tractor to come pick it up. And, you know, end dump is a man-sized dump trailer. They can actually haul some good amount of stuff, high sides and all that, for hauling these shorts. And he was toying at the idea. He's like, why don't you sell one of your Dodges so we can go buy another 10-wheel truck. I was like, oh, you know what, I'd rather just save up and we go buy a 10-wheel truck. I don't want to sell a Dodge. But I told him I don't think I can afford the insurance on it, and he's like, well, with me as a partner, I think we can handle it. So who knows if that'll happen, but I'll tell you right now, if we set our mind to it and get set on getting a truck to haul an end dump, it's definitely going to have a trailer on it that can haul the equipment I haul with my Dodge, but maybe 2 of them on that trailer. I would really hope so. So nothing's set in stone right now. We're just toying with the idea. We just need to roll up our sleeves and get some freaking work done. There's an end dump right there. No truck on it. All right, we're gonna roll over to Andy's yard right now. I'll show you guys the mess of the self-loader. He goes around and he picks up odds and end loads all over the place, and most of the time, you know, they're not in a string series, so he'll have to go back to his yard, dump them off, or add some more on it and take it to the mill before it's got something going on. And that's a pretty big case of what's going on in Andy's yard and why he wants to end up to haul some of this off. You guys will see it when we get up there. But the dump trailer so far doing its job today, that's for dang sure. That always freaking happens. Try to get a nice spot for them to dump out. They all pretty much went where I wanted, except for that one joker. I would fire up the skip loader here, but somebody harvested the air out of the tire, so that's not gonna work. Go ahead and show you guys a little bit of the yard. This used to be little small privately owned sawmill. The old guy that ran this operation back in the day, he actually just passed away. I mean, obviously they haven't been here in a long time. Andy's been here for as long as I can remember, ever since I've known Andy, so at least 10 years. They rent out a couple sections out of this to a couple people. All this right here, that's all Andy's mess right there, and some of this over here. And then firewood cutter. Dang. When we logged that job that we just finished, that big job, these are some of the logs off of that big job. So there's a bunch of cords of firewood right there that needs to be worked up. But all that back there is firewood, guys, section. But see what I mean? We're talking about a lot of this stuff either has metal or it's junk. Like, look at this big rig. Big old piece of metal in it. This is garbage right here, but garbage for the sawmill rather. But there's other people that will actually, you know, could use this for something. They have to cut it into little chunks or split it. That's got metal in it too. It just all adds up. There's some good stuff here, but need to haul this junk off. And an end dump, they're hard to get right now, hard to buy, hard to get someone to haul for you, because there's good money other places with all that fire stuff from last year and fire prevention this year. Mountain is a pretty good operation in this area. They're pretty much taken over. I remember when they were just a couple trucks, but then all this started. They just, holy crap, they just took over. But there's an old wheel loader over here. Let's go look at it real quick. Around here in Sutton, California, mountain's taking over. Look at this thing. This thing was probably a hoss back in its time. I don't think I've ever seen this thing move. It probably runs though. Old John Ditter. Time will tell. Only a little bit that I can haul with dump trailer, and it ain't worth hauling to the shipping yard. Come on. With a dump trailer, that's for sure. You need a big rig. And even with the short-sided end dump, you can't quite get enough to, I mean, it's worth it, it, you know, works out, but you can only get like halfway up to weight with capacity in an end dump with a regular one. He's got all this room back here, but for some reason that log deck keeps moving its way out that way. Anyway, last note of the day, I happen to have new batteries for my remote, so that makes life a million times better. But I'm holding down the button, something else is going goofy inside there. Down works perfectly fine, but going up, come on. So I ordered a new one of those off Amazon. We'll see if it works. It was only 17 bucks. Amazon makes it too easy. Ordered me new boots today too. As I'm talking about the big money I'm spending, I spent 150 bucks total. Look at them boots. There's a question. People ask what kind of boots I wear. It's just cowboy lace-up Ariats. Pretty cheap. I like lightweight boots. I don't like the big bulky boots. I want to hit the ground running. I can do that. Big bulky boots, I'm too much of a sissy, I guess. Like lightweight. And these things, they lasted pretty good for the price. I do have Wescos and all that garbage, but too much equipment time to be wearing those big old heavy boots. They're unnecessary. Too heavy. But those are the boots I wear. Somebody asked that probably like 30 videos ago. But we're gonna head out right now, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit them buttons, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your guys' dump trailer experiences, because I did not think this trailer was gonna be as handy as it is. We haven't been using it so much lately, but back in the day, some of the jobs I used to do, hauling chips, hauling firewood, stuff like this today, I think I actually hauled 6 trips with this thing today, so it came in the clutch like perfectly. But comment below if you have a dump trailer, how many loads you've hauled in one day with it. Be curious to hear them numbers, and because I'll be honest, bought a dump trailer, did not think it was going to get used that much, and when we first got it, it was permanently mounted to that truck. Boone's ready to go, you can see. See you guys on the next one. Hit them buttons, like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video. See you guys later. Bye.